Good morning. It's a balmy 14 degrees right now. As you can see, there's a little frost on the pumpkin. Today, I plan on installing my solar panel. Got my solar panel wires to hook it all up. And also, I plan on hooking all the switches up for all the lights and stuff. So, hey, thanks for watching. Let's get something done today. All right, this is a control panel for the solar panel, and these are the wires, and as you see, there's stranded wires in there. And what I do, learn from my mistake last time, is I get a number 12 wire, house wire, solid copper wire, and I actually put it in my drill and drill it in there, and then I go back and seal it. So that way the wires hook up better in this, because these stranded wires don't work very good in the controller panel, unlike the solid wires. I'll show you how I do it. So what I'll do is I put the wire in my drill, and then I'll drill it right in there, and then put some shrink wrap on it, and then trim it off when it goes in there. It's done. It looks something like this. So after I drill the wire into there, it went in probably a good inch, and then I'll take some smaller shrink wrap and then the larger shrink wrap, and then shrink it on the wire. And when you get it all done, you got a nice solid wire that hooks in there, and then you tighten down that screw. Then you hook these to the solar panel here. All right, we'll work on the next project. So it's a balmy 27 degrees now. That's kind of why I'm working on the kitchen table. So I've wired my battery wires the same way. I run them down in there and then seal them. They're not coming out once you drill them in there. And I use the wire to drill with, not a drill bit. And then we're gonna hook them up, and we're gonna see how it's gonna work today. Well, I just found out an interesting thing. You got your negative and positive on your solar panel here. And whoever wired these other wires actually wired them backwards. They've got the negative side on the positive and the positive side on the negative, but I'm probably not going to rewire it, so I will just make this red wire a ground wire. Just showing you why I cut this end off. This is going on the batteries, but I'll show you why I do that with the number 12 wire. Is because if you'll notice, that's how them wires come out, and they're all frayed, and they really don't go in the controller too well. So, and then you just have a bunch of strands of wire that can short out also. Okay, I got her hooked up now. Looks like I got 12.8 volts in the battery, and you see right there that, and I'm in the house, so it's just getting a little light from the overhead. And so it comes out of the solar panel into here. Thing I got to remember is that's actually the ground, and this is the hot. Of course, I left it the right colors to go to the battery. So it goes out of the battery, or out of the panel into the battery. So I got a battery right there. So it appears to be working. That's great. Now I just need to get it hooked onto the camper. Well, I found some red shrink wrap, but it wouldn't fit over there, so I did find a light. There you go, shows you it's working. What a deal. Well, there shows you the difference, and I guess I'm going to go ahead and swap them out. That way I have the right wires on the right deal. Well, I couldn't leave well enough alone, so I did make the red wire the positive and the black wire the negative. So now the solar panel's hooked up right, lights working, switch, and that way there's no mistaking when I go put it back together. Just notice this, where I pulled that wire apart, you can see in there there's a little copper showing, so I'm going to have to put a sleeve over all this. Them wires were actually hooked together, and I guess when I pulled them apart, they actually letting the copper wire show. Hey, it did warm up. It's a balmy 37 degrees, which is a lot better than that 14 this morning. I got my solar panel connectors that go through the trailer. That's just sitting up there. I haven't actually installed it yet. I did get the trailer hooked up here. I got the box in, and the wire's not actually hooked up yet, but I do got it kind of temporaried in, and the fan works, so it's coming along. Hey, did you see all my license plates? So hopefully in the next few days, I'm gonna take this down and get weighed to find out, because everybody asks me, how much that thing weigh? I'll let you know in a few days. Thanks for following along. Don't forget, this thing is going on a 48 state trip here starting in about 2 or 3 weeks. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Appreciate you watching.